Hey, it's Mac. How y'all doing out there? Hey, if you're interested in being a practitioner, an enthusiast, or even having holistic health as a hobby, this is the video for you. I'm gonna give y'all a brief background on myself. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. I'm a holistic practitioner and nutritionist. I've done 2 research studies. One of them was on colon cancer, and the other one was on the American diet and how all of these different illnesses and diseases that plague us today. I'm a public speaker, broadcasting professional, but most of all, an educator. I got motivated in this industry from a kidney disease. Let me just tell you a little bit what happened to me. If you know or seen Eddie Murphy's version of the Nutty Professor, Big Sherm, that was me. I'm telling you, I was weighing 150 pounds, and in 48 hours, I blew up to 260 pounds. I couldn't believe it. I mean, my feet started swelling up. It looked like I had elephantitis. It started going up my ankles, my legs. I mean, before you know it, I was 260 pounds. I stayed in the hospital 2 months. I was in the Navy at the time. I was over there in Virginia at Portsmouth Naval Hospital. I could not believe this. And I said, you know what? I cannot accept this. So what I did, I made that mental adjustment. After I was able to get out of my hospital bed, I started going into the medical library, reading about my illness, because I had all kinds of questions and my doctors couldn't answer. I'm like, how did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? How could this have happened to me? You know, give me some answers. So I started going in that medical library at Portsmouth Naval Hospital, reading about my illness, nephrotic syndrome. So these books that I'm presenting to y'all today are 10 holistic references that I've used to get me to where I am today as a holistic practitioner. And they're straight from my personal library. So let's get right into it. Oh, but first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe and like, of course, and leave me a comment. You know, leave me a comment and tell me like what you like about the video, or if you have a topic or something of interest, let me know about that. And don't forget to share. All right, let's get into the first book, the herb book. I was hungry for knowledge after I got out of the hospital and left the Navy. Of course, I had to wait until I got out of the Navy because they had me on steroids and all kind of stuff. And later I found out the dangers of steroids and what they were doing to me. I was interested in finding about herbs. I'm like, man, herbs. What is this about herbs? I ran across the herb book. This is the most complete book of herbal botanicals. I'm telling you, this book have everything in it. They give you name, descriptions, and different properties of the herbs. I'm gonna just read a little bit of this book to you. Y'all can see it there. It's all beat up. It's an old one, I'm telling you. These pages, you probably can't see there, but these pages are brown on the edges. Dandelion, some common names for dandelion is blowball, cankerwort, lion's tooth, priest crown, swine snout, white endive, if I'm saying that right, or wild endive. That's a common name for it too. Properties and uses of dandelion. It's a aperient. Wow, some of these words are pretty big. Aperient, I believe that's it. Diuretic, and it's a stomach. Dandelion has 2 particularly important uses: to promote the formation of bile and to remove excess water from the body in an edematous conditions resulting from liver problems. Wow. I mean, it has all kind of herbs in here from A to Z. I'm telling you, this book is loaded. Let's go to my second book. All right, Prevention. This is a magazine, actually. Prevention magazine is one of the oldest magazines that I know of out there on natural health and wellness. I pulled an article from this and used on my research study, which was about wheat and sugar and how it inflames the colon. It talked about the details of gluten and how gluten had an effect on the body. And also it was talking about fructose and the ills of fructose. Actually, I made this list on my newsletter of 100 ways sugar ruins your health. Y'all got to get that one, because actually sugar also can change the DNA in your body. Yeah, Prevention Magazine, I'm telling you, that magazine have loads and loads of information in it. I like reading a lot of magazines too, and Prevention has been one that I've used for a very long time. Number 3, Own Your Own Body. This book, I love it. Stan Malmstrom. I've used this on my thesis too. Own Your Own Body. It has a lot of information in it. This book gets into a lot of nutritional things. Own Your Own Body by Stan Malmstrom. And I'm gonna have all of these books listed down in the description below the video. Let me just read a little bit to y'all. This is what it looks like. You can see that. That's my copy. I got it all beat up and stuff. It's pretty old. It talks about how herbs work and why they work. I mean, it gets into exercise. He gets into a lot of things on natural health and natural healing, fasting and cleansing, massage therapy even. Stan Malmstrom is a naturopathic doctor, and he's also a massage therapist. So let me read this one on herbs and why they work. An herb may benefit many parts of the body. If the liver is malfunctioning from a lack of iron, and an herb is taken with iron in it, the liver will benefit. Anytime the liver malfunctions, corresponding parts of the body will malfunction because the liver isn't doing the necessary job of purifying the blood. If the liver is strengthened and begins to perform its blood purifying functions again, the rest of the body will likewise be strengthened. The body is a complex, highly integrated mechanism. What strengthens one part correspondingly strengthens other parts. What harms one part also harms other parts. The body is all related, all its systems, all its parts. Stan Malmstrom talks about that. Wow, in this book. I learned a lot, especially it helped me a lot too, putting my thesis together. All right, let's go to my next book, number 4. Your Body Don't Lie. This is a good book for muscle testing and learning about kinesiology. It talks about the thymus gland, how to support the thymus gland. It gets into stress, cerebral balance, talks about life in food, how your food has life. And test touching. I had a holistic dentist at one time that used muscle testing. Yeah, one of my dentists, I think I was in Florida, and he used muscle testing to find out if these materials were compatible with my body. He had some of the composite material he was gonna put in, possibly. He had a gold tooth he was possibly gonna put in, and some other metals. And he muscle tested me first to see which one was more compatible. And the gold was most compatible with my body. Let me tell you, this book, oh, I love it. If you want to know about muscle testing, which basically is kinesiology, helps you to find nutritional deficiencies or imbalances using various stimulus points. It also talks about and discusses your life force energy. Actually, I did a video on this one. I'll probably put the link in the description or maybe tie it at the end of this video. The book also talks about how to test your life force energy if it's weak, and how to strengthen the thymus gland, which is where your life force energy is, in the thymus gland. A lot of people don't know that. The thymus gland is a very important gland for your energy. It uses 100 stimulus points all over the body, or over 100, I should say, throughout the body. They show you how to test touch therapy location for a full diagnosis and treatment of any type of illness or disease. All right, let's get to number 5. Don't sweat the small stuff. I like this. This was during some stressful times in my life that I used this book. a lot. It taught me how not to worry. Don't waste life energy on small stuff. It even have 100 examples. You can make these out of like affirmations of how not to sweat the small stuff and get yourself out of balance, basically. So I'm gonna read some of these titles in here. Make peace and imperfection. Be aware of the snowball effect of your thinking. Develop your compassion. Don't interrupt others or finish their sentences. Wow, how many people do that? Spend a moment every day thinking of someone to thank. Now, I remember doing that not long ago, spending some time each day thanking someone for what they did for me. Set aside quiet time every day. Let others have the glory. Learn to live in the present moment. Become more patient. Let others be right most of the time. Okay. Seek first to understand. Choose your battles wisely. Praise and blame are all the same. Look beyond behavior. They have 100 of these different things you could go in there. And below them, it talks about each one. They have about like 2 or 3 pages afterwards. Maybe I can see this a little bit there, and the camera is picking that up. Let's see, right? You can see it gives you something to read about, you know, each one of these. I made affirmations out of a lot of them when I was going through this book. Great book to have, help you with that stress level. And man, I'm telling you, you will be nice and calm. If you have anxiety, all of that kind of stuff, you need to get this one. Don't sweat the small stuff. All right, let's get to number 6, the how-to herb book. Yeah, the how-to herb book. This is a good one that I have. How herbs work. It talks about that and tells you a lot about herbs in here. Herbal enemas. I don't know how many of y'all know about that. Before, during, after pregnancy. You know, I always hear a lot about women and have to be careful about things in pregnancy. This book will give you some information on pregnancy and childbirth holistically. Yeah, I'm telling you, one of the chief herbs out there is red raspberry. Now, I'm not telling you women to run out there and get it, especially if you're pregnant or have some condition. You always have to check with your doctor. Check with a qualified medical physician. But red raspberry, it'll tell you in this book, is one of the chief herbs when you're pregnant, having a baby, and herbal enemas. I call them kalimas because basically what it is a herbal solution that we use like an enema bag, and we put it inside the colon, which is kalima for sure, you know, what we put together. So, you know, I know a lot of people out there probably don't know about or don't do some of these things. Kalimas, I've used a lot in my cleansing programs to get right in there in the colon and flush out a lot of the bacteria and toxins and stuff like that, because that's where they are, in the colon. A lot of them are sitting there in the colon. And this book, man, the how-to herb book, it helps a lot. It talks about how herbs work in the body, the different types of herbs, how to make herbal combinations. It even gives case histories, vitamins and minerals it gets into, cleansing. This book is loaded. It has a lot of information. If you want to learn more about herbs, check out the how-to herb book. All right, let's get to number 7. The Power of Breath. Oh, this is a real good book. I thought I had lost this book. This is one of my favorites. Wow, The Power of Breath. I'm telling you, I used this thing this morning. This book gets into some serious breathing exercises. If you breathe right, it can help boost your energy, relieve tension, maximize verbal delivery, all kinds of stuff. That's my book. I thought I had loaned it out to somebody and they didn't return it because I was looking for this book and looking, and it was tucked away in my bookshelf. I didn't even know it. And I was like, I thought I lost this book. So I am so glad I got the power of breath back. I'm telling you, I miss it. The breath exercises. This is based on Ayurveda. It has alternate breathing, this exercise I do, where you breathe in one nostril, inhale, exhale. I'm gonna give you a quick demonstration of it. I'm gonna hold my thumb on my right nostril. I'm gonna inhale through my left, and I'm gonna hold it for some seconds. Exhale out the right nostril. Okay, inhale. Inhale. I'm telling you, you do that about 10 times each morning, you are gonna be ready. You're not gonna need that caffeine. You're not gonna need no herbal tea or whatever. The power of breath will take you through the day. You'll be charged up, I'm telling you, and ready to start your day. The power of breath, it is so good. It has so much in it. All the benefits of breathing. I know a lot of times when I'm exercising, people hear me breathing because I have rhythms I do now. When I'm on the treadmill and stuff, they be looking at me funny. I be like, they don't know. You need to get that breath because breathing helps oxygenate the blood and, replenish your energy, especially when you're working out and exercise and helping to replenish that energy. Oh man, The Power of Breath is one book that you really got to get if you want to improve your life. And that alternate breathing also helps with left brain, right brain balance. Like I'm a right-brained person. The alternate breathing, it helps to balance my brain where I'm like left and right, not really so much right, but I'm kind of balancing out between left and right, being analytical, type A, I guess, for left brain, and then my creative side, the right brain. Also, it can relieve tension in the body. It can reduce your need for sleep, increase concentration, bring calmness and mastery of your emotions. I'm telling you, I used to do it every morning, like for a month. And I did notice that I didn't have to sleep as long. This is one thing I think that also helped next to my air machine. We'll talk about that in another video. I don't need as much sleep now. I used to sleep like 8 hours, now I only sleep like 7. Sometimes I wake up just off of 6 hours of sleep and I'm refreshed. The Power of Breath. Let's get to number 8. Natural Health for African Americans, the Physician's Guide. This book I also used in my first research study. This has a lot of information. What is a good cleanse consist of? It talks about what a good cleanse is and what a good cleanse consists of. It also gets into overcoming addictions and women's health. A lot of information in here on women's health. Let me just give you a little bit of what this book has in it. East meets West, understanding the natural approach to wellness, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Attitude is everything. Cleansing your system, reshaping your body. Enough is not always enough. I'm just reading through the contents here. Mending our hearts, an ounce of prevention, and common complaints. This book I used during my first research study, like I said, and gave me a lot of information. There it is, Natural Health for African Americans, the Physician's Guide. Now, you don't have to be a doctor, but if you want to know information that a lot of those doctors know, naturopathic doctors I'm talking about, and some medical doctors are also in this field. They learn about nutrition and holistic health, and They kind of, I know some doctors, they do kind of both sides, or they integrate, the two, which is called integrated medicine. I just wanted to share with y'all a little bit that I got out of this book with my first research study. You can see that. If you want a copy of that research study, y'all may want to get in touch with me, leave me a comment or something. I'm gonna just read one of the quotes. Animal proteins, saturated fats, oxidized fats, and triglycerides produce harmful toxins in the body. Ancestors of African Americans were hunter-gatherers that avoided dairy products, especially those with lactose. Lactose is a sugar found in milk, and very few African Americans have the enzyme to break down this sugar. Pasteurization of milk has made this issue more prevalent because it kills many of the natural enzymes that help with the digestion of milk, cheese, and other products. That's what I got from Natural Health for African Americans by Walker and Singleton. And that's why I don't eat no cow, especially no cheese, not a moo. I mean, I used to be there. I used to eat like 2 of them in 1 week, go through 2 packs, the 24 pack actually. But now, oh, no more, no cow, no cheese. You don't know how harmful what cheese is doing to your body, causing you all the dysfunction and stuff, and just building up all this mucus, attracting bacteria. All right, let's get to my next book. Number 9, Dental Herbalism. It has a natural mouthwash you can use, I made up. All of y'all using that Listerine? I know I was there one time, but no more. That Listerine and a lot of those mouthwash have nothing but straight up alcohol in them. Gum disease, it talked about, tooth loss. It also explains the different acronyms of dentists, DMD, DDS, tells you what they are, what they mean, all of that. It gets into herbs for the mouth, different herbs. This is an awesome book to have in your collection. I use this book. I have a natural solution that I use. It has baking soda, it has salt, and some peppermint, the essential oil peppermint. And this is the ingestible one. Y'all have to be careful out there. A lot of essential oils are not ingestible, but of course, MAC, we have a peppermint that is ingestible. And I put some in there, and I keep it in my bathroom, that solution made up in a glass container. And when I brush my teeth, I always wash my mouth out with that solution because it helps to break down the acid in the mouth. You got that baking soda in there, and that salt helps. If y'all remember when you was at the dentist and you had a tooth pulled or you had any kind of surgery in your mouth, they always tell you to gargle or swish around salt water in your mouth because it's good. It helps the mouth. So this book, they get into a lot of different herbs and stuff that it tells you are good for the mouth, different vitamins that are good to take for dental health. Dental Herbalism, this is the book. I learned a lot about dentistry, not actually from this book. I had learned a lot about industry through this organization called the National Health Federation. They used to have an annual health show, and I volunteered at times, all the time, when I've always volunteered to be a part of their show. And I was sitting in one time, I was at the door taking tickets for these doctors and dentists coming in wanting to learn about root canals. And I'm telling you, I learned everything from head to toe about root canals and all this stuff. So a lot of times when I go in there talking to my dentist, I always try to use the dental terms, okay? It makes for, I think, a better service, for you. One of the dentists that I used to follow a lot was Dr. Hal Huggins. He talked a lot about holistic health and holistic dentistry. Actually, I have a video on that, holistic dentistry. I'm gonna have to put the link to that. If y'all wanna learn more about holistic dentistry, I'll put that down in the description too. All right, let's get to my last book. Last but not least, number 10. This is my favorite. Oh, I know I said that before, y'all, but this is truly one of my favorites. Essential Glow. I'm telling you, I'll be using this book all through the week, making up my natural solutions to clean my house with. Essential Oils 101. You know, you can learn all about essential oils in this book. Aromatherapy. I'll be looking at a lot of the different recipes they have in here for aromatherapy. All Natural Pantry. They talk about the All Natural Pantry. And actually, I have something in my newsletter I wrote about the natural cleaners for your sink and the shower. I'm gonna have to put a link in there to to that newsletter. I'm telling you, I put together this solution. It tells you how to clean your sink and make it sparkle. And I mean sparkle. It has, of course, baking soda in it. It uses borax soap or 20 mule team. It has some essential oils you have to put in there. And I'm telling you, man, you don't have to like really scrub your sink hard, you know, if it's really dirty, you sprinkle this stuff in there, you know, and you wash it around. And I mean, your sink will actually shine. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. My sink shines and sparkles when I finish cleaning it. And of course it smells good because it have, I think, lavender or lemon or something in there. Wow, I'm gonna have to put a link in the description because I did write my newsletter on aromatherapy and I gave some recipes and stuff, but I really love this book. They also have a solution you can make to keep mold down in your showers and in your bathtubs. And I mean, this solution is so good, it goes beneath the caulking and it can help to kill any mold, fungus, anything that's growing beneath your caulking and stuff. I'm telling you, it have a lot of good remedies, herbal combinations and stuff in here for having a natural pantry. Because some time ago, I got rid of all of those commercial cleaners that you buy in the grocery store and the stores. I got rid of them and I only use natural stuff in my home to clean it. All right, that's it today, folks. I'm gonna leave all of the ISBN numbers for these books in the description below this video. Also, I'm gonna put in the articles I talked about. I'm gonna try to leave links for that, some of the videos, and check out the end cards. Some of the videos may be attached to this video in the end cards. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so. Like this, and also give me a comment. Tell me something about this video that you liked or some of your natural remedies that you use, and always share. That's all we have today, folks. Thanks for watching and listening to Holistic Health Talk.